Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're all very well. I hope you're all doing good. I know it's been a while, but we're back. Fallout 4, Rebuilding the Commonwealth, another episode. If you haven't watched the first two, then maybe go and check them out. But if not, you'll still be able to enjoy this video, no problems. Because today, we're going to be starting to build Sanctuary. We're going to be doing the front wall, the gatehouse, which I think is a very important bit of it. So we're going to be starting methodically from the front, I think. So we're going to start with that bit today. We're also going to be finding a way to earn ourselves and the Minutemen quite a bit of money, because I very quickly ran out of money and chosen a loadout with very expensive ammo. So I'm going to need to find a way to make some money. So those are the two main things today, which we're going to get done. I think we're going to go and kill a Courser as well. I think we'll get that done, and we'll go and find Virgil, and we'll do that little bit of the story. But obviously the main part of this is the building and Sanctuary and the Minutemen. So sit back, relax, get a drink, something to eat, a cup of tea maybe, and enjoy the video. We're starting this episode halfway through me helping old Blake Abernathy, because someone forgot to press record, but doesn't matter. So we're helping old Blake Abernathy because we need to strengthen the Minutemen. We need more settlements on our side, more people, more farms, more soldiers, more gear, more equipment, more supplies. So we're going to help a few people out and get that done. Go and find the locket for him. Go and deal with that raider boss, and it should all be tickety boo. We're using the SVT from the SVT mod we got installed. I am happy using this. I think it's lore friendly. I think the Second World War happened in the Fallout universe. There are weapons from that era in other games. The M1 Garand is in Fallout New Vegas. In Fallout 76 you can use an MG42, which we also have a mod for that installed. So I think any World War II era weapon is lore friendly in Fallout 4. I think it doesn't matter what it is, if it comes from that era or anything before where the timeline splits. To me, it's lore friendly, and this mod is wicked. The weapon is really high quality. It's not the most customizable mod in the world, but it's a Second World War weapon. It doesn't need to be, but it's really, really good. It feels really nice. The textures are brilliant, and it fits into the game really well. So you're going to see us using that quite a lot, and later on in the video we get our hands on an MG42, which I've been really excited about. So we dealt with the little raider boss. We found the locket. We gave it back to Blake. He was now an ally to the Minutemen, which meant the Minutemen had a good up and running farm near Sanctuary, which the people there needed. It helped me get quite a lot of food over there, and for myself as well, because I've been struggling with food on survival mode. So it was time to sink our teeth right into the first project of this video, which I'm very excited about, which is building the front wall of Sanctuary, the first gatehouse and the first bit of wall that will act as the main line of defence to the new Minutemen capital city. So here we are, the building of Sanctuary's gatehouse. Now, this whole bit I'm doing during this build sequence isn't scripted, so I'm just going to talk you through my process, what I want to do, what I was trying to do. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I think it looks wicked. So you probably wonder why we're just doing the gatehouse. It's because I'm going to build up all of Sanctuary, but it takes a long time. As anybody who's ever tried to build Sanctuary probably knows, it takes a long time. So I feel like I need to do it in little bits. One, to stop me burning out. Two, so I can actually pump out videos, because if I sat here and built up all of Sanctuary the way I want to build it up, you wouldn't get a video out of me for the next year. So we're going to do the first bit, which is the gatehouse. Now, I wanted a fairly big gatehouse. I feel like if this is going to be the capital city for the Minutemen, then there needs to be a proper entrance point, not some, like, you know, pissy kind of wooden junk fence gate. It needs to have a proper gatehouse, check-in desk, and needs to be someone there making sure the people that come in are all registered. So that's what we've done with the inside of it. The walls, I thought, needed to have some actual cover structure to them. I wanted them to look intimidating. If you were going to rock up to this, there's a group of raiders, and you're like, we're gonna attack. You know, you look at these walls and you think, nah, actually, I'm not going to do that, because it looks brutal. We're about to get brutalized if we attack this place. So the walls, I used the train cars, which I think work really well, because you can kind of put the guard posts in the doorways, and they're solid structures, so they're easy to decorate, and they add that kind of structure. You can break up the structure with them. It's easier on the eyes when you look at it, as you'll see when we do the tour. Obviously we need to fill in the bottom of the stand so people who get over the river don't just come underneath the wall. So we did all of that. I think that looks quite good. It was quite a lot of fiddling about, to be honest with you. Pardon me. It was quite a lot of fiddling about. But, you know, if you're doing a big build on Fallout, it does take a little bit of fiddling about. You've got to go through 3 or 4 ideas before you find the one you really like. But the main structure of the wall, this part of the wall, it did go quite smoothly. I'm very happy with it. Now, obviously, there will be a wall around the whole settlement. I'm not just doing one little wall here. There will be a whole wall that goes all the way around the settlement, but I'm not too sure how big I want Sanctuary to be yet, so I'm just keeping this little bit of wall for now, and then we'll work out exactly how big the settlement area is going to be. But I think it looks pretty good. I mean, from what you're seeing on the screen right now, you don't know it looks pretty good because you're watching me build it, but when you do see it, I think it looks pretty good. The next part was, once the structures was done, see that train car on the right, the metal coloured one, I changed that to an orange one because I just didn't like the way it blended with the warehouse walls next to it, so that got changed, but it looks pretty good. So it was now time to decorate. This is the check-in office that I mentioned, actually inside the main gatehouse. I found it quite difficult decorating because I enjoy decorating a lot. I could decorate for hours, but I did realise that I'm building a big settlement here and I do need to go fairly easy because my PC is a good PC, but I don't think it can handle everything I would want to do. But the decorating, we didn't, you know, hold off too much. There's everything we need. The idea is that Preston and Max have reformed the Minutemen, and they've called all existing Minutemen or people that want to sign up to Sanctuary. These people have brought with them the supplies that they can carry on their back, weapons, ammunition, things like that. The people of Sanctuary that we rescued from the Museum of Freedom have started trading with caravans and things like that, and we're gathering supplies. General's orders is first line. First thing we're going to do is a line of defence, so all our supplies have gone into that. So when the soldiers arrive, when we train the soldiers, the people that can defend, they are kitted out, they're ready to go. And the decorating, very, very, very happy with. Again, I'm very happy with it. I hope you like it. It's not too much, but it's definitely gives a bit of a lived-in feel, which is what I want. I like it when you go for a build, not everything's like all equal and pristine. It looks like that there are people here using this space. With the kind of video footage you're seeing here, I had some comments in the last video kind of saying, you know, the time lapse was too quick, or I'd like to see more of the build. So I've tried to kind of put more of the actual build process in. I'm still learning. I'm new to this whole YouTube thing, so it's still a learning thing for me. So please let me know if you like the structure of this. If not, what could we do differently? I'm always open to hear some criticism, constructive or unconstructive, whatever. I'm always happy to listen. But with that, the building was done. It's time for the tour. You can see flags outside waving the Minutemen logo. The walls are done. The gatehouse is done. Let's go and have a look round. So as you approach, the USA and the Minutemen flag fly above you. You enter, you check into the desk. There'll usually be one person on there. I think it's important that the Minutemen know who's coming into Sanctuary, who's staying, what soldiers are there, what traders are there. Because if we're going to establish a government here, we can't just have any old person rock up. We need to keep a good track of what's coming through our gates. I decorated it with some basic office supplies, nothing too much. Security fencing in case something goes down. Opposite, we've got a guard post, lots of guard posts. Ham radio. Every station on the wall has a ham radio so everyone can communicate with each other in case of an attack or an issue. Good lines of communication are key to, I think, anything in life, but particularly a military installation like a defensive wall needs good communication. Behind the walls, as you can see, it's not quite done yet. This staircase isn't exactly how I want it to be, but don't worry about that for now. When you head upstairs, you've got the two main guard posts here. Main supplies for the wall, another ham radio, a terminal. We're using do-it-yourself to get those lovely cluttered shelves. medical supplies, other supplies that people have brought to Sanctuary when they've come over, when they've heard our beacon. 2 very good views of the main bridge, which is a good choke point in case of an attack and things like that. Lockers to keep personal stuff in for whoever's on duty. Weapons ready to go in case we need to launch a proper defense. When you enter into the first wall, you can see our guard posts, more supplies, a Fat Man launcher that is only to be used in the most dire of consequences. However, it's handy to have one in case of things like super mutant behemoths or large packs of super mutants. Everything sandbagged out in case of, grenades. Also just good cover for the people on the wall. John has, for somewhat reason, decided that he's going to defend Sanctuary and ruined my tour very rudely. I don't know what to do. It doesn't matter what I do. I cannot get him to assign to anything other than this guard post. So maybe we'll have to, old yeller him. But more supplies, more lockers, more kit for the troops to make sure they're all stocked up. Because these are the guys at the first line of defence for our city. They need to have everything that they need to do their job. Because if they don't, we're putting everyone else in danger. Once we head over to the other wall, which is a little bit longer, same kind of premise. Guard posts, supplies, ham radios so they can communicate with each other, whether you're on one side of the wall or the other. Everybody can talk to one another. We haven't got quite space for all the supplies, so we're storing some of them in the walls for now, but I'm sure we'll get some of the Minutemen to move them when we need to. We've got a Diamond City flag on the wall, letting the people know that we are allied with Diamond City. As much as Max and Preston don't really like Mayor McDonough, he's an important ally to have. We've gone and spoken to him. We've got some discounts. We're running trades through Diamond City to up our funding a little bit. Some bigger storage areas here and some living quarters. Just, a map there that a general or a lieutenant might need to be studying. Some rifles, lots of ammunition, a lovely hot cup of coffee, which you're going to need on those rainy days on shift. Everything that these Minutemen need to do their jobs and look after the people of Sanctuary. I'm very happy with how this turned out. I know it's not the biggest build in the world, but we've got to start somewhere and I wanted to show it off to you. I really hope you like it. So with that, I think it's time to move on to our next part, and that is getting the Minutemen some serious money. So slightly less serious tone now. We've done the tour. It is time for us to set up the Minutemen something to make a lot of money, and that is going to be water. We're going to create a load of purified water, sell it back to traders, and start to generate a proper income for myself and the Minutemen. We're using these water condensers that go on land from the USO mod, which are really cool, because I don't want to block up the river just yet. I think I want to do something with the river, so this is just a temporary setup, but it's going to give us loads of purified water that we can sell for loads of caps, because God knows I need it. Obviously, I've got quite a lot of materials there. Those are the materials I give myself to build everything that's non-functional. I did go and gather all the materials myself for the water condensers. However, the footage corrupted when I built them originally, so I had to store them all and then record this again and replace it, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but whatever. We connected these up and it was all go. We actually had a steady stream of income now, and I've picked quite a few weapons this run that are very expensive on ammo, so I do need quite a lot of money. So with that, we finally had ourselves lots and lots and lots of purified water that had gathered up that we were ready to sell for loads of lovely caps, which we needed so badly, because before I filmed this episode I was out of caps and had no way to get any more. So this, amazing. We are now filthy, stinking rich. I mean, we're not going to forget that we are working for the people, but it always helps to be, a bit of a bourgeoisie member in any situation. So we were now stinking rich. The Minutemen were now stinking rich. And we were ready. We were ready to begin really taking over the Commonwealth, bringing it back to the people, in getting rid of the scum and the slime that infect it. With the wall built and the new Minutemen arriving to Sanctuary, a few questions were asked. Could this ragtag group of Commonwealth soldiers form themselves into an army, into a government that could free the Commonwealth of the scum? Could this group of civilians pull together, fight through mud, through blood, through sweat and tears, and free the people of the Commonwealth from the chains that bind them? Could the new general and Preston together build something that could last more than 15 years? Could they together bring peace, justice, food, water and safety to everyone who set foot in the Commonwealth? Morale was high. The men and women believed it was possible, and so did the general. Together, they would pull together and turn the Commonwealth into a place that was better, a place that was not just survivable but livable, where people could thrive, where people could have fun, could laugh and could live normal lives. Together, the people of the Minutemen could do it. So, that's our video for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the build. I did mention at the start, I said we killed a quarter and we went and saw Virgil. A load of the footage I recorded for this corrupted. I was really upset, but not too much of it. So we did progress through the story a little bit, but I did see some comments on the last video of kind of people saying I've seen the story 100 times. So I get it. I think most of us that are watching this series have seen the story, so I think I'll go easy on the story unless it's some very major bits like an attack on the Institute and things like that. But this has been our first bigger build. I'm really happy with it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I think we're moving forward quite well. I apologise that this video came out a little bit late. I do work a full-time job alongside doing this, so it does get a bit busy. I do get a bit worn out. I work in the trade, so it's quite a tiring job after work some days. So, but we finally got it out. We're finally here, and I am gonna be venturing into live streaming, and I'll probably live stream some of the builds and some of the Fallout stuff, but I'm also interested in live streaming other games and branching out and doing content on other games. So I will be streaming on YouTube. I'll also be streaming on Twitch, so I'll leave a link to my social media in the description so you can follow it on there. I'll put it up there when we're streaming, when we're doing stuff, so please come along, chill out, check it out, have a good time. But I hope you enjoyed what we watched today. I'm very happy with it, and I'm really looking forward to what Sanctuary becomes and what the Commonwealth becomes. So, as always, as I've said about 3 times already, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day, your evening, your week, whoever you are, wherever you are watching this. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one.